And if it's convenient for you, please do keep. I think this is the first time we are having every person keeping their videos on. So thank you very much. So that's what I keep asking each time. So I think now all of you kept it on. It's more interactive this way, So thank you very much for that. Okay, so let's just remind us to why we have these meetings. It is to keep challenging ourselves to keep growing. Can we ask ourselves, have I done better than last month? Have I done better than last year? So the name itself is Business Growth Strategy Meeting. So come together, share ideas, share thoughts, ask questions, and then keep growing month after month, year after month, so that year after year. So that's what we do. And we focus on a business which
Hello.
is in Pathfinder
Yeah.
stage. A Pathfinder stage is basically someone who's already started, who's already set a process, and then now looking for a path for excellent growth. So that's the stage of business that we speak about, not the other stages. And how did it all start? So about 6 years back, few friends, three of us, we just went on a trek and we started asking questions to each other, specifically on what challenges we were facing in business, and then that was very helpful for all of us. We were able to spend about 2 3 hours of time asking very specific questions on the challenges that we were facing. So that's how this entire concept of get together, ask questions, learn and grow came, and that's how it's been going on. We have a portal called bacommunity.me. So you can register there and you can look for other members. You can search for some businesses. You can get in touch with them. So please do explore that. We have a tool where you can set goals and grow. If that's your passion, just like a coach, you would like to have a virtual coach, you can use that as a tool to do that. We also have a WhatsApp group. Of course, all of you must be in that WhatsApp group. Please post about your business, ask for referrals, and share something positive, maybe some business news that can help all of us. Please do all that. Today's topic is role of customer feedback in marketing strategy. So traditionally, if any of you have studied marketing and if you're a student of marketing or read a book on marketing, traditionally these are the ways in which you talk about how to use marketing or what are the tools that you can use for marketing, what are the strategies that you can follow for marketing. And initially it was only 4 P's. We all are aware of that: product, price, place, and promotion. Later on, of course, two more P's were added: this people and process. And I think I've heard even there are even more P's than this, that people have added over a period of time. But one thing which is very common among all this is that the tools usually spoke about how do you see outside of what you already have. How do you see of something and then take it to someone who does not know you already? So it's always been outside focusing, something that you don't know and you're trying to attract them into the organization. So that's how usually the traditional marketing has been. So we are taught that marketing usually looks outside of what we already have to acquire new customers. So that's the usual thought process about the moment we think of marketing, that's the way our mind goes. So taking care of existing customers also can be a great strategy for marketing. So that's the thought I thought we'll discuss and we'll find out. By the way, the format is I will be sharing few points, and then after I share, which will be for about 10 or 15 minutes, each one of you also can share any point you would like to add to the whole discussion. That's the format. Okay, I forgot to tell that at the starting. So my question is, do you have an active mechanism, process, or a system to collect customer feedback? Now, it could be a simple printout, like in many restaurants, they give a printout saying that please rate us. Or it could be an executive calling randomly customers and asking, sir, how do you rate us? Or what's your feedback? Or it could be an automated email that you might send with a click, like, there are this NPS scores that are taken. NPS is, of course, a different topic altogether, but those kind of things. It could be any of those. So make collecting customer feedback as part of the sales or operations process. So we all have processes, especially if you are an organization with a little considerable amount of team. Processes are mandatory, where you actually have a written down process. Of course, if we are a 1 person or a 2 person team, maybe written down processes might not be that significant, but at least we can have it as a step to be taken. Like we have very senior entrepreneur, I mean, senior, industrialists here, like Anand sir. I just met him. He was in a media organization. Jabakumar sir has been in HR for a very long time. So for people who have been in corporate so many years, you know about process documents. You know exactly everything is written down, everything is kept. But for those who are just started, of course, even Swaminarayan sir also, even Dinesh also. Many of us here are, of course, worked in corporates and who come out. And but if you're just a startup and you've not been in corporates, you may have never heard of process documents. You can actually have customer feedback as one of the steps in the whole process. That you should not say or let's for example, let's say sales is completed without the final feedback being completed, just as a step there. Or you should not say that your delivery or installation is completed without the feedback coming in, something like that. Okay. So benefits of collecting customer feedback: bring out customer grievances to the open. So sometimes what happens is, if you do not even have an option to collect customer feedback, you will not even have the opportunity to hear what are the grievances of the customer. There is no way they will even tell you that, until and unless they're so unhappy that, like recently I was watching a YouTube video where someone was so upset with a two-wheeler manufacturing company that he literally went to that the retailer and burnt the whole thing down. So that's something you get to see now and then, where there's probably no proper channel that is set up for a feedback. There is no channel that is actively acquiring feedback. Maybe that could be the reason why we saw that kind of a video. So an opportunity to improve and become better than competitors. Now, how do we become better than competitors if we do not even know where we are having problems? And that comes only from the customers. So collecting feedback from the customer after providing the service or delivering the product, saying that, okay, sir, do you have any feedback? Are you happy? Is one of the most crucial things. And that is the one thing that can help us to become better than competitors. An ability to correlate our team work to the intended output that is serving the customer. See, what I mean by this is, sometimes we may work so hard, we may give the service or the product, but we may think that we've done a great job, and we may even appreciate our team for having done it. But if the client was unhappy, whatever we did is wrong at the end of the day, for whatever reason. And until and unless we don't fine tune it and correct it, there's no way we can grow. So the ability to say that, yes, you guys have really done a great job because the client has given a good feedback. Because ultimately it's for the client. I was recently asking a friend of mine, like, how do you define business? And he was talking about helping team members, training them and all that. But ultimately, the definition of business, I think it was either Peter Drucker or someone, the definition of business is to acquire customers and to retain the customers. That's it. And that's the ultimate definition. Of course, I wouldn't have framed it the exact words, but that is what business is all about. And increase overall efficiency and productivity and profitability of the organization. So one of the best ways to do that is by continuously acquiring customer feedback. Okay, so now these are few samples of how customer feedback can look like. For example, this is for a software company, the acceptance level by the customer. It could be as simple as that. So if the customer is not accepting something, that means something is wrong, and that can open doors for further investigation. Now, this is a sample of how a customer feedback can be for a loan provider, a DSA, direct selling agent loan provider. So, for example, you can gather feedback for various aspects, like how was the information provided? Was the speed of service according to your expected level? How was the accuracy of the information provided, right, from the starting till the ending? Because in loans, one of the challenges that there is so many dynamics that happens in loans, and if you're not accurate in the starting, you may end up messing up the entire document or the loan process at the end. So that act so and you can collect feedback in any of such manner. And so improved customer feedback process in an organization directly increases referrals, obviously, because the more number of customers are happy, more referrals we receive from them, and increases reputation in the market. So general talk in the market goes up saying that, hey, this company really takes care of their customers. They are really good. They ensure that even if there is some challenge, they still fix it, and they're doing really well. Thus, growth in business. Okay, so it's like interrelated, which is the core function of marketing. Okay, growth of business is ultimately the core function of marketing. And that is what I am trying to say here, that role of customer feedback in marketing strategy. So usually when we say marketing strategy, we may not think of customer feedback, but it can play a big role. So that's my sharing for today. Now it's time for your contribution. You can add on to this, or you can question this, or you can give some additional information. But before you say, please, for the sake of networking, so that everyone understands, please say your name, company, location, category briefly, and then you please tell your contribution. So now it's open. So I request you to please unmute and give your contribution.
I am Nirmal Daga
Yes,
from
sir.
Kolkata. I manufacture T-shirts, and my brand name is Bretma. What I would like to, we all know these customers' feedback are necessary, but I am not organized. I don't know about others. Organization or automations is required. How to do it, I don't know. That is what I want to understand.
Okay, sir, I think we should do a one-to-one. But anyway, that apart. So, anyone else would like to answer, or if anyone else would like to give your views, you can. Please.
Yeah, if you're an, sorry, my name is Sufala Venting Shetty. I'm from Netherlands, Amsterdam. Uh, my company name is BioNutrasciences. We are a nutraceutical company. Uh, yeah, you can always ask if you're an online store, it's easier because there is always option for asking for reviews. And you can also send them email. You know, when they purchase a product, you can always send them a personalized email from the company that you will give them some percentage in the next purchase, for
Oh,
instance, some discounts. Can you please review? Whether it is a good review or bad review, it doesn't matter. Review is very important for companies because that gives you a very good feedback and you know where the mistakes are, where you are good at, and so on. And if it's a customer, that's a customer's testimonial. But there are customers who are also ready to make videos for you. You can always take a contract that you is it allowed to put it on your social media or your company website. Then if it's they say okay, why not?
very
So
good.
that's about it from my side. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Thank you very much, sir. You directly
Uh,
sell to customers, or you go through distributors? Nirmal sir.
I,
Ah,
no, I sell online. I sell online.
oh, online. So okay, so that means Sufala ma'am had
That,
actually hit the nail. Okay, excellent. Okay, yeah, Anand sir, please go ahead.
Yeah, maybe I'll give an answer to the question also as to what I have done. Uh, there are, in fact, I come from the earlier period when marketing was done in a very different way, in an offline manner. Nowadays, it's more online. But what is happening online is that you get information from customers on your current product in the current scenario. You are not getting a sort of idea about what is happening, what is the general trend, how is the market going forward. All those things are not available because you're online. What we used to do in the company where I used to work, we used to spend a lot of money in terms of market research. We used to spend crores and crores of rupees every year just for market research, and we were the number one by far. So I was in charge of, say, finding out what the customers want. I was into Malayalam newspaper. Malayalam newspapers being read in Dubai. Why are people reading Malayalam newspapers in Dubai? From there, followed up my marketing strategy too, because one of the things that we found out when why are people reading a Malayalam newspaper in Dubai was because people wanted to know the news of their native land, their native place. I'm now in Ernakulam. Ernakulam is not native. For them, I stay in a place known as Whitela. I would like to know where in Whitela, what is happening in Whitela. So based on that research, we found out that we just cannot give one single type of newspaper in Dubai. I ended up giving up 4 editions, even though that was costlier. But in terms of revenue side, I got much higher circulation revenues. So what it showed is that yes, you need to find out what is happening with your customer right now, but there is an overall trend in the market that you have to do by spending money with the customer through two types of research that we always used to do. One was quantitative research, second was qualitative. In qualitative, we basically used to do focus group discussions, and from the results that we used to get from focus group discussions, we used to put into quantitative research, which was basically getting more number of feedback from more number of customers, and then doing a quantitative churn of the data that we used to get. So that is my addition for today. Thank you.
Yeah, you can say about your business also briefly. You are
Yeah,
into aquarium supply. That
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
curious to know.
yeah. I was even though I was into circulation of newspapers earlier. Right now, I'm selling. I do two things actually. I do a little bit of software too, selling ERP solutions.
Oh,
But I am now heading a nature aquarium store, which is basically an aquarium in which the whole natural ecosystem is replicated within the aquarium. So you will have plants, you will have fishes, you will have squid, you will have driftwood, you will have all sorts of things inside the thing, inside the aquarium, with carbon dioxide being given from outside, oxygen being manufactured by the plants. It's a very beautiful picture within the aquarium. And most of the items for this are actually imported from abroad, from China. We don't have the stuff out here. There are only two importers in India, and that's the business opportunity we found. We said, let's get into trade, even though my major partner is a hobbyist and he's a very well respected aquarist in India. I said, no, that is not the opportunity that we right now. We're going to get to trade. So that is my brief of the business that I am in right now. Thank you.
so are you part of the BGSM group where you can also post, or are you part of the group where it is
Yes,
admin
yes,
only
yes,
post?
yes. I am. I am.
Okay, so you can
I am.
post about this aquarium.
I will. I will. I
Yeah,
will.
please. Okay, because I'm very curious. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I will.
Yeah. Anyone
Thank
else
you.
would like to ask any questions or add to customer feedback being a strategy for marketing?
Yeah, I would like to basically like
Yes,
you always bring up very interesting topics here. Thanks for that actually.
you're welcome.
Very useful ones for everybody. You are actually getting into
No,
a
no,
role of an IAM.
I think you
Okay, let's
can
put
see.
it up here. Let's put
Yeah,
it up here. I think
yeah,
is like we always believe in testimonials basically. So
yeah.
it can be initially we have a once once whatever that we want to we deliver that. After that we go back to the customer asking for a testimonial generally. Like because testimonial, what happens is if they really like it, they're going to give you. Otherwise, they are not going to. So in that
Absolutely,
sense, like we have been able to be more successful in getting the testimonials from the clients actually, and that
absolutely.
actually best part is they give us testimonials. We expect them to give this in the letterhead itself. So they give it in that way, and we get a permission from them to be shared across the social platform as well. So testimonials is something very powerful. We do it, and if there is any kind of a complaint that goes, we after the every delivery happens, we have a talk with the client about what is the experience they got, did they have any problem, all those things. We definitely talk to the client, and after that, this testimonial request goes. After that, we were able to successfully get it. This is what basically we.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
that's what. So basically, your sales process itself ends only when you collect a testimonial. So that's what you basically mean to say, correct? Yeah.
Mostly yes, but sometimes to err is a human being. So sometimes we also make mistakes. If that is going to be the case, we learn from it and we give them additional support so that they are more comfortable.
Comfortable. And maybe you can ask for a testimonial later also. And
Yeah, after that, yes.
that reminds me of a story that I heard of a packers and movers person based out of Mumbai, whose process was once he does packing and moving for any customer, he ensures he collects a testimonial from them. He has kept
Yeah,
it as part of his process, and he's created a big list of printed testimonials. Okay, he has made a big list, and his strategy whenever he meets a client is okay. If the person whom he's meeting is an industrialist, he will pick up all the testimonials of an industrialist and say, "Sir, I have served all these customers." And if a person whom he is meeting in Mumbai is let's say a Bollywood actor or actress, he'll pick up those testimonials and say, "I have done packing and moving for all these customers." So that's one of the strategy that. So I thought I'll just mention that because Mrs. Soumya just
yeah,
brought that up. Yeah,
yeah,
thank you very much for sharing.
yeah.
Anyone else would like to add anything? Okay, you can even ask questions if you would like to ask questions, and that's also a point that we can do. Okay, so let's move on. Thank you. Thank you very much. So please invite your friends to this so that we can have more networking and connect with more and grow our businesses. And if you would like to share something, okay, if you feel that you have some topic that you want to share, please let me know. You can take up one of these sessions. So same, you share a little bit and then we all add on to it. So please let me know any topic you have which you feel can benefit all of us. Please let me know. You can take this session. And there are other support systems also. These are books that I would strongly recommend for someone who is starting their business and who would like to know how large organizations are run. So I would strongly recommend them. So please get them and read. And ultimately, please keep sharing your questions in the group also. If someone, any of us can, one of us can answer it. And, you know, please keep posting about your business. Please keep asking for referrals. Let's network more and connect more and keep growing our business. Thank you very much for joining. It was a great session. Thank you. Good night and have a great week ahead. Thank you.